I am happy to be here today with Miss Asha Araviti. I met Asha. I have to tell you how I met Asha. It's a beautiful thing. I met Asha on Instagram, and we started following each other as most gym junkies do. And she was appreciating what I was doing on Instagram, and I was appreciating what she was doing on Instagram. It's all about the journey. And we don't care where you're at in your journey, there's always something gym goers have in common. And we started following each other and we started going back and forth, having some dialogue. And I thought it was imperative for Asha to tell us about her journey. My journey, Asha already knows, was in me wanting to gain more weight. Asha's journey, like many others, is the journey of losing weight.
Yes,
And
for sure.
so I told Asha she needs to tell people about her journey because people need to hear it. A lot of us, we need motivation, and she's motivation. This woman really, truly tries her best to be her best. So, Asha, I'm going to let you take it over. Can you tell everyone about yourself?
Thank you for a wonderful introduction. So, as you already know, my name is Asha and I'm from Russia. And as long as I can remember myself, I always been overweight. And it's been coming up and down all the time, and somehow I was not able to maintain the weight in case if I lose it. So it came to my mind what it's more than just exercise and a diet. And I figured out for myself a triangle. It's my, I would say, personal discovery. What later on I also realized there is a science behind it. So I'm not the first one who discovered that. But there is a mix in between soul, body, and mind. What we in the fitness and the weight loss and weight gain try to concentrate more is the body. So it's the exercise and the diet. But this is just the one part of the triangle we miss on the soul and we miss on the mind. And that has a huge impact for me, for example, as a weight loss.
Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I would like for you to go more into detail about what it was like as a child
Hmm.
being overweight. Like, because the journey is in stages, right?
True,
Adolescence,
true,
your teenage years, and then your
true.
adult years, right?
Yeah.
As an adolescent, how was it being overweight?
Okay,
And what do you remember about it?
let me tell you a story which very significant in my life. It's a story about gym. So when I was child, when I was a child, I
Members
used to
now
get.
stand calling the attention of Rukaya
Keep going.
Is
Al-Sayed.
that
Please
okay?
proceed to
Keep
reception.
going.
Thank
Keep going.
you.
So when I was a child, I used to hate to go in the school
Once
for the
again,
physical
members
activities.
announcement calling the attention
We'll
of
cut it.
Rukaya Al-Sayed to please proceed
Cut
to
it.
reception. Thank
Keep
you.
going because you have a microphone.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. Just keep going.
okay. I thought
As a
we'll cut
child,
it.
good. As a
Okay.
child,
As a child, I used to hate to go to physical activity classes in the school. And later on, when I already reached my, I would say, young 30s, I realized what I have a phobia. I developed phobia for the gym. So I associate, being a grown adult, I associate a gym as my school activity for physical fitness. And remembering the stories when I was bullied in the school of being a short and chubby child and easy to target for being bullied. So I had a very, I would say, negative experiences in the school. And now from the adulthood, I come to the gym and I have literally a physical reaction in my body. Of shivering and
anxiety.
my anxiety. Yes, yes.
Mm.
So my tongue got numb. I cannot speak. I cannot approach a trainer. I cannot approach a receptionist. Only I would say reflex I get is to just leave the place, just escape and run away. So I've been working with this for a long time, and even doing some therapy with a psychologist to realize and actually heal it. And definitely, if you don't go to gym, you don't work out, how are you able to lose weight on the long run? So yeah, that's how childhood stories could relate.
Wow, that's deep. That's really deep, and I didn't know this. Now, this you're saying this was in your adolescence. How old were you at this time when? Because this is trauma.
Yes,
It's actual trauma,
yes.
right? So, I've never associated. Well, I have associated people not being able to lose weight with childhood trauma, but
Mhm.
nothing like this. I've never heard anything like this. Now, tell me, how old were you during this time in your
In the
adolescence?
school,
Yeah.
maybe like 9, 10 years old.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow. And so you remember from then,
yes,
as an adult, going into a gym, you would get anxiety, literally an anxiety
yes,
attack.
yes. And I indeed forgot about it. I did forgot about it. I couldn't realize what it's actually connected until I had a therapy with a psychologist. I wasn't able to remember, and when I realized it, it was mind blowing for me because it was so long time back, and I happily forgot everything what was there in the school. And as an adult, I also realized what childhood experiences are very different, and kids are kids. Kids are bored. Kids don't want to study. Kids just want to have some fun, and that was the fun at the time. And it's not my mistake. It's not their mistake. So in this way, me carrying it with me all these years, it's only person who get harmed is myself, nobody else. So get rid of it and start going to the gym, start working out, and being, I would say, look the same as other girls who come and work in the gym. That's also been quite a target for me because I've been seeing these ladies who are tough and they work out, they have their caps on and headphones on and do their stuff, and I was admiring them all the time from the distance, and I always wanted to become one of them, and I would say I'm succeeded at this now.
So, Asha, I want to take it back a little bit,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
Now, in your adolescence, because this is very important. Nowadays, when, being bullied in school is a big thing nowadays,
yeah,
and it's happening. It's not regional. It's global
yes.
now. Kids are being bullied for many different reasons, and
Through internet as well now.
some kids are actually killing themselves
Yeah,
because they're being bullied because they have body images.
yeah,
8-year-old kids having issues with their body and how they look.
yeah.
At that time, when you were an adolescent, which wasn't long ago, but at that time, how were you feeling emotionally when you were going through these things?
Frankly, I felt worthless. I believed whatever kids were telling me. I would say my classmates, yeah, my classmates, what they were saying, and unfortunately, this is a very good topic to touch as well. We had a teacher, the physics teacher who did the physical activity classes for us, retired sportsman, medalist, and because the person was a bit old and bored in life, he actually supported the bullies. So imagine having a child who not able to perform well at physical activities like jump high or jump far, or maybe run fast enough, and then were laughed at by a teacher and by students as well.
So tell me, I need to be specific
Yeah.
here. What would the teacher do to support the bullies in your opinion, as a child, thinking back?
Mm.
What did the teacher do, and what did he say that?
Oh, well, one of the memories, like if I'm not able to do something, we end up doing it again and again and again until
As a punishment?
um, I would say as a pass.
Hmm.
So I need to pass a test, but at least pass it on the lowest grade. And meanwhile, I try to do it. The kids would laugh, and the teacher also would laugh, saying like, "Oh, you are so weak. You're not able to do nothing, and you are useless kid." And everybody jump. Why you don't jump? So in this way, definitely having it from the adult, coming from the adult when a group of kids, it's been quite harmful. And as well now, when I remember it, that's how I treat trainers. When I see a personal trainer, I automatically associate with that teacher and say, oh, they judging me. They judging what I'm not able to do push-ups, or
Wow.
maybe I'm not able to run on a treadmill as they demand for me as a client. And it's always like, I forget what, if I have a PT, I'm paying money. Yeah, so only thing I remember what they judging me, and they having a score for me at least to pass on the lowest grade.
So
Yeah.
you're always associating
Yeah.
whatever happened in the past with the
Yes.
with what's happening now, and that's it had to be traumatic. Now, understanding the adolescence, the adolescent period, and what you went through, what was it like in the teenage years when you had to transition from
Mhm.
adolescence to teenage years? Did it get better or did it get worse? Were you able to cope with it? What was it like?
In my teenage, I think I had a beautiful experience. I went for karate classes, and there I would say I bloomed. So I really enjoyed it, and there was lots of discipline, lots of equality, and everyone were same. So during the teenage, I would say I rehabilitated myself in terms of fear, but definitely when it comes to the gym and machines, and I would say classic physique, yeah, classic physical activity, that was a big challenge for me, because definitely martial arts and a gym, performing exercises in the gym, it feels quite different.
Understood. Understood. Now, okay. So, but you felt like you did gain a little bit more confidence
Yeah.
in your teenage years,
Mm.
and so that helped you probably transition to your adult years,
Yeah,
right? And so,
definitely.
now, okay, now we're here.
Hmm.
We're here. We're actually in a gym
Yes.
right now where we're meeting. So we know you've gotten over a lot of that trauma,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And so, what has the transition been like now, but not starting right now? I'm talking about when you first started going through this, and you had, that talk that we always have with ourselves. I'm going to do this. I'm going to
Mhm.
be disciplined, and I'm going to lose weight, in my case gain weight, and I'm going to work out, and I'm going to look my best. When did that start for you?
I think soon after the therapy.
When
Yeah,
was the therapy? How long ago was
it
that?
was the same around 5 years back.
5 years back.
5 years back, I hit the gym. Before that, I used to go to gym, and my entire existence in the gym was group exercises. And I come straight. I don't go to the changing room. I don't use any lockers. I used to go to the room, stay in the corner, don't talk to anyone, facing the wall, do the group exercise, and immediately run out. So that used
I
to
have
be
to
my
touch on
gym.
this for a
That
minute
used to be my gym before.
because I actually did a small talk on this. Were
Uh-huh.
you embarrassed to be in the gym?
What was it?
Were you embarrassed? Embarrassed? Was it
Yes,
embarrassing to be
yes,
in the gym?
yes.
What was embarrassing about being in the gym? What was it?
Because I unfit. I'm not blind. I was able to see myself in the mirror, so I know what I'm unfit, and it's not familiar place to me, so I don't know the place much. Where is what? There is some machines, but for untrained eye looks like torture machines from the past centuries. So, and you don't know how to come to them, from which side, what to do, how. And if you try to use any of this, you fear to look stupid, and basically make it on Instagram and some funny videos how people don't know what they use in the equipment, and they end up being famous on Instagram,
Right, right. End up being a meme.
Yes,
Right.
yes. So in this way, yeah, I was embarrassed of myself. I always felt like I am again coming back to Russian proverbs. I felt like a hippopotamus in the cutlery store. So wherever I move, I just gonna touch something and break something, or something gonna fall, and everybody gonna look at me. So that was always my fear. Yeah.
And so now, here's something that gets me myself. I'm in a gym. I see a lot of guys in the gym, uh, bigger than me, in better shape, but I'm in good shape. You get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
so, when do we stop? Where does it stop with you at this point now? Because you look like you're doing pretty well, and I've watched your Instagram videos,
Oh,
and
thank
you're
you.
coming along very well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Long journey.
It's a journey.
Yes.
We both know that, right?
Yes.
Where does it stop though? Where does it stop where you become happy with who you are at that time? Or has it begun already?
It does. It does. I feel when I realized what everybody concentrated on themselves and stop associating other members of the gym from the kids in the school, I feel that that's a different people and nobody frankly cares. Whatever you do in the gym, nobody even notice. So in this way, I start getting a confidence of just going and doing my stuff. And slowly, with the time, I start realize what people note at me. People say hi, so you feel more like at home. You feel these people are familiar to you, and the people itself brought me back. So every time I come, I say hello to people and continue doing my stuff. And as more time goes, I change circle of my friends. When I used to hang out with the people with whom I would eat a burger before, now I hang out with the people when we can talk about gym and the technique of the doing particular exercise. So this has also changed my perception a lot and feeling more into fitness. What like I'm proving myself what I am into fitness. And definitely body followed after that, and I see the results in the mirror. I see changes. I change cloth sizes. So definitely this is the next step. I always expected it to be a first step to see the body change, but actually mindset change and circle of friends change. That was the first one, and I feel it was most important one.
Most important.
Yes.
The most important. And I love what I'm hearing, right? Because people think like the journey of losing weight, I've been around it because I've been a personal trainer in the past. I've had it where people have cried, just cried in frustration because they couldn't lose the weight. And it was so difficult for them to express their feelings. It was almost like it was a person entrapped inside of a person,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And here's my thing, right? And I losing weight is almost like the journey is like a drug addict. And
Yes.
I'm going to
I
tell you
agree.
why.
I
It's like
agree
a
with that.
drug addict,
Yes.
right? Because we're addicted to, the person is addicted to eating foods, right? When
Yes.
you're addicted to eating foods, your friends are different. Your friends are different. Uh, 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 you when you start losing weight and going on your journey and feeling more confident, you go to different places,
Yes.
right? And it leads me back to, and when a drug addict is, when a person is on drugs, alcohol, whether it's Alcohol Anonymous or a drug
Substances.
program,
Yeah.
they say people, places, and things,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Stay away from those places that where you can indulge in bad habits.
Yeah.
Stay away from the people who assist you in those bad habits,
Yes. Yes.
and stay away from that thing that is the purpose, the reason why you're gaining weight, which is
True.
fried food, starches, whatever it is.
Yes.
In my case, even though I'm on a weight gain diet, cake and sweets
Cake.
are an enemy for me. Even though I'm
Oh.
trying to gain weight, I want to gain quality pounds. I can't eat cake
You
like
know,
I Go ahead.
I have a relationship with the cake.
You have a relationship with cake. I
Yes.
want to know about this relationship because I don't think it's as strong as my relationship.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Okay. So, cake is the easiest form to get dopamine because when you eat the cake, it's so easy. It's immediate sugar rush, yeah, and it's immediately fix your life. Whatever happened today, it fix your life at least for 10 minutes. It's a drug.
Right.
Yeah, it's a drug. So
So you
something.
telling me cake increases dopamine?
Yes.
Wow.
There is a three things increase dopamine, and dopamine is the
Dopamine.
happiness hormone.
It's the happiness
It's
hormone.
a happiness hormone.
It's the body's natural drug.
Yes.
Go
Yes.
ahead. Now explain
So,
this to us.
the three things increase dopamine in the body. So the first one is the easiest one is the food, yeah, and we always go for the easiest way. The second one is the satisfying bedroom relationship with your spouse. The third one is the physical exercise. When you're active, when you're sweating, when you're moving, the movement itself. So when people, for example, like me, who have a problem with the gym, like when I had a phobia of the gym, I will not do the one. When, for example, if I'm not married, or if I'm, I would say, unhappily married, so there is the second one is Elsa excluded from the clue. So then what left is the cake. So end up gaining any satisfaction from the life, any fulfillment of the life, or maybe even a quick fix for today. It's a cake. And even until now, I have these moments. It used to be more before, but even until now, when I go to supermarket and I go to buy my broccoli and chicken breast, and I see cake, and you know what I do? I take it for a ride. I literally spend half an hour touring a piece of cake inside of my cart around the supermarket and looking at it. And we fight and we talk inside my head. Either cake gonna win and I gonna take it home, or
Oh,
I gonna win and I gonna drop it down. So
wow.
sometimes cake win and sometimes I win.
That's honest.
Yeah.
How? Tell me, how are you 1-2, 2-0? I mean, or is cake undefeated?
Yeah.
Cake is undefeated, isn't it? Cake is about
So
20-0.
yeah, so
Yes.
this is the huge difference what I feel when it comes to the trainers and the fitness people, people into the fitness, people who always been slim, people who always been fit, people who have never had eating disorder. They don't know the discussion about cake. They don't know what the cake is sitting in your mind. They don't know what there is a obese client, for example, who can't lose weight, and they don't know what there is the self-esteem, fulfillment in life, fulfillment in relationship, fulfillment in money, security of the money. All of this would talk in their head and scream the cake, scream non-stop cake. It can be anything. It
Wow.
can be alcohol, it can be drug, it can be, I don't know, some people like salty food.
Right.
Some people like sour food. It can be anything. When with the ladies, most commonly it's a cake because ladies like sweet things. So in this way, a fitness trainer who always been in shape, they might never know. They might never know this struggle. And even unfit person, the obese client, when they try to convey the message, what they cannot hold for the diet, or they cannot stick with something, or they're struggling with something, and very often what they hear is just be strong, just stick with it, just do it, don't be a weak person.
Right.
And that is much deeper, because really somebody looked at you and not in very pleasant way today, or commented on your weight, and by the end of the day reminiscing in your mind, going so much, what there is no other way. There is no other way. So in this way, we're going for the dopamine, and we're trying to get the dopamine whatever way it's possible. And that's why I like the Afro dance so much, because it gives me an increase of dopamine instant. There is a multiple, I would say, criterias, yeah, what exactly making the Afro dance as a fitness. Like I keep Afro dance as my cardio for I think maybe over 3 years now, yeah, and I choose it compared to all other types of cardio exercises and group classes, yeah, because that's what gives me dopamine, you know, and it keeps helping me a lot. Every time when I feel low, I feel down, I'm like, okay, where is in my application, where is my next class? just just hold on. This time, just
I know.
okay, I will go for this class, and then maybe let's see about cake,
Nah, I
you
get
know.
it. I
Yeah.
get it. I here's I want to change the subject to something
Okay.
else, right? Because this is very important for many people.
Mm.
As a male, I go into the gym, I get compliments from people. Oh, your body is great. But I always see someone that's in better shape than me. He doesn't have to necessarily be bigger than me, but he may have better striations, just look more fit, better six pack. Sometimes a lot of the guys in the gym are on steroids,
Yeah.
right? And I want to get to something here.
Ah.
Me, as a person who's a gym junkie,
Mm-hmm.
I want to get there
Mm.
also. I have a fight between myself and using synthetic drugs to get there. Now, I won't do that. Only due to discipline and a love for my own health,
True.
right? So, as a man, I'm not going out and I'm going to use steroids so that I can get bigger, right? But for a woman, seeing how women are taking the easy road to have better bodies, how do you feel?
Through the
And
operations.
yeah, how do you feel about it? And what do you recommend?
Well, personally, I feel it's cheating.
It's cheating.
It's cheating.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cheating. It's always more harmful because most of the time it's a downtime. Yeah, it really depends of which kind of operation it is, but definitely it's not natural. It has some consequences always, and it's not sustainable because there is when you have the operation, there is no change of lifestyle. So, for example, if a patient did a liposuction,
Right.
yeah, they remove fat cells from your body, from this particular area. So now, when you continue eating and continue not following the diet and the exercise, the fat will not be consumed and will not be accumulated in that particular area. But body is so smart, it will get somewhere else. So you would able to see ladies who previously done liposuction, they have a flat stomach and they have a very big arms, like massive arms.
Right.
Because body needs to save this fat, and it goes, okay, here is absent. They physically removed from the body, the fat cells. So the body looking for it, and it's a good if it gets here, but if it gets into the visceral fat, which comes on the top of the inner organs, that's even dangerous. It's dangerous for health, for the longevity of life. So it's basically out of the aesthetic, you risking your life, you risking your health for the aesthetic.
So you'll rather do it the hard way.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it. Hey, I'm on the same page with you. I would also.
There are ladies who do steroids as well.
Right. Of course, there's ladies who do steroids.
It's a very easy. It's an easy path, and you know, I would say as well. I had at least one trainer offering me that.
Steroids.
Yes, and
Unfortunately.
for the fact I'm not a competing bodybuilder to offer me steroids, but it was as a part of the weight loss journey, so I would lose
Right.
weight easily.
Right. Right. Yeah, there are steroids that will help you lose body fat.
Yeah.
And I understand that, but I think I'm on the same page with you. It gets tempting. It gets tempting at times, when you're in the gym all the time because you want the
True.
perfect body. Who doesn't?
True.
But I think one thing we can touch on, Asha, is that even when you have the perfect body, you're looking for the perfect body.
Oh, that's so big. That's so big. You know, I've been interacting in online chats. The training program what I have right now, it's a bodybuilding training program
Okay.
from my country, from Russia,
Yep.
and we have a group chat.
Okay.
And I spend majority of my time interacting with the most beautiful and hot, sexy, and attractive ladies who compete on the stage,
Hmm.
who come and show themselves in sparkly swimming suits. And I see how they struggle.
Wow.
I see how for them it's not enough. I see how they would say what they are fat,
Hmm.
and how many issues in life and in self-esteem they have.
Right.
And that makes me think it's not about body.
It's
You know,
not.
it's not about
It's
body, it's
not.
about
It's
mindset.
the mindset.
Because, okay, I am at my weight, I want to have 10 kgs less.
I have a
But
question real
person
quick.
who is half of my weight,
Hmm.
they also wanted.
I have a question real quick. So I need the people to know how much weight have you lost since you've been on your journey?
um,
And first of all,
Almost
wait,
1 year.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I
Okay.
shouldn't ask that. The most important thing to know is how many pant sizes have you gone down? Because it's not always the weight.
Yes,
I always look at
yes,
pant sizes.
yes.
How many pant sizes have you gone down?
I'm wearing, in some brands I can fit an S, but I'm M. And I start from double XL
Double XL down to
to
M.
M.
Can
Yes.
you put that in
I can
like
put it in kgs.
in centimeters? Like how many centimeters have you
Centimeters, I
lost?
have no idea, unfortunately.
Okay, so you've gone from a double XL
Yeah,
to a medium.
yes,
That's a lot.
that's a
And in
lot.
kg,
15 kgs
you've
over
lost 30
1 year.
in 1 year.
1 year, 15 kgs. And I keep it slow because
Right.
my main concern is the skin. Because if I will be losing weight too fast, too rapidly, I get lots of loose skin which will be sagging.
Hmm.
So I give my body time to adjust. And when I'm losing the weight, I would also get a little more shrink than instead of becoming a Sharpei dog.
Sharpedo. But I think the natural way to lose, I mean, the healthiest way to lose weight is to do it slowly
Yes,
because studies show that you keep it off.
yes,
Most
yes,
people gain the weight right back,
yeah,
but the slower you lose the weight, the longer it stays
yeah,
off of you. Because
true,
I think the most important thing is to have uh, the lifestyle, the healthy lifestyle.
true.
It has to be continuous
Yes,
and consistent,
yes.
consistent, right?
It's almost 1 year I'm in the system for this bodybuilding trainer,
Hmm.
and I realized what if it would be even more strict, I would break down a long time back and
Mm,
bounce back.
right.
Because bouncing back from losing weight and going to the binge, it's very easy. It's very
Hmm.
easy when you restrict yourself too much.
Right.
But when you adapt for the regular life, yeah, you allow yourself more foods, more variety of foods, yeah, maybe some treats, once in a while, some cheat meals.
Hmm.
You know, it also would allow you to go out with the friends and eat
Right.
something nice, you know, and have a rest days. Some people, they just train non-stop and then they get so tired and body goes into the
Right. That's
stress.
right. That's right.
Yeah, so definitely slow is the best speed to reach.
And here's one of the things I would like to say to anyone who's watching. Diet, right? DIET, right?
Hmm.
I always tell people diet, don't die. Because
Yeah,
when you take off the T, it's die.
yeah,
Don't kill yourself when you're dieting.
true.
You know, it's a lifestyle change. It's something that you're going to do
Mm,
for the rest of your life. So if you're cutting out all of these foods, you may go
it's
through
all
an
great.
emotional situation, something may happen in
Mm,
your life, we don't know. And you'll just have a breakdown and you'll go back to your comfort, which is eating. But
hmm.
if you have a lifestyle that you've changed, you'll cut certain things out of that lifestyle. And regardless of what happens to you,
True,
your lifestyle will remain the same, regardless
true.
to what emotional or emotional pains or any issues you're having in your life, you'll continuously stay on that lifestyle path.
True.
You get what I'm saying? But when you
I agree.
diet, forget diet restricts you. It's a prison.
Yes.
It's a prison. And
Speaking of prison, recently I had a beautiful experience. I sat and had a meal with my client in a restaurant, and they ordered pizza, and I had my lunch box with me. I do meal prep.
okay.
And
So you prep your own meals?
Yes.
Okay.
I have one with me now.
Okay.
Yeah. So when before I would say I'm in prison, I restrict myself, I must have this food, which not necessarily was tasty because it's a diet food. Yeah. So when before I used to do this, and when somebody invites me to have a meal, I would cheat, and I would go and eat because I feel like, why should I torture myself that much? And this recent experience was beautiful in a way. What I had my lunchbox on the dining table, my client had the pizza. They enjoy, I enjoy this. We share moments together, we share meal together, and everyone is happy.
Wow.
You know,
Wow.
that was
Beautiful.
groundbreaking for
Beautiful.
me personally.
Discipline.
Yeah.
Discipline. That's what it takes. You know. So to end this, right? I would like to know. You have your personal journey, your personal opinions, suggestions, and what have you, and I have mine. And it's not always in an agreement with what other people think.
Yeah.
But you know, from your side, what do you think is the most important thing for people who are going through the same journey that you're going through? What is the most important thing for them to do?
Fix the head. That's most important. Because when you try to fix your diet and fix your exercise level, you might just waste time, money, and effort. You need to work on your head first. That's the most important.
Working on your mental.
Working on your mental. If you need to go to therapy and work with a psychologist, do it. If you need to go do some training, some marathon with a psychologist, like a group project, do it. If you need to read a book about psychology of the weight loss, do it. If you need to discover what eating disorder is, do it. Sometimes acceptance and awareness of what you have eating disorder is the halfway to healing.
Asha, this has been great. I really appreciate it. Really,
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you telling us about your journey. I'm sure a lot of people will be able to relate to what you have said, and hopefully it has helped someone out
Thank
there.
you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right? And we're signing off. Great, Asha. How long was it? 38 minutes? I thought we went long.